Well, hello there folks, thanks for clicking in the video and welcome back to the channel. Really excited about today's trip. So I'm going to be doing an overnighter in the actual woods, but it's going to be in the hammock. I absolutely love hammock camping, haven't done it in a wee while, but in the last video I was sort of lying in the hammock thinking I really need to get back out in the woods and give this a wee try. So tonight's the night. So I'm going to get everything set up just now, and there's actually a weather warning for today and tomorrow as well, so it is meant to be extremely cold. So I'm going to put a tarp over the top, etc. But in the last video I actually showed you as I was actually getting the actual hammock set up, so I'm not going to do that this time. I was going to get everything set up and then I'll get back with you. So I'll just do a wee bit of magic. So there we go. The only thing I'm going to do a wee bit different, just because of this sort of cold weather blast that we're meant to be getting through, I'm actually going to put a hammock under blanket on. So I've used it a few times and it does actually make a big difference in the actual temperatures, etc. The other thing I've done as well is I've actually put a tarp underneath, just that I've actually got a place to actually put all my kit and gear, because as I said, if it is meant to be raining and snowing the way it's meant to be, everything's just going to get wet. So I'm going to put that underneath there as well. Just so I can actually put my kit in. But let's go and put this on just now, and then we can actually go on and get some projects started. As I said, this will make a big difference to the actual night, just how comfy it is, or warm, more than anything else. And then you've got ties just that you can actually hook on just to the actual end. Perfect, so it should be warm enough tonight. Okay, I'm just going to sit out this snow shower and then we'll get to it. Well, what can I say? Just absolutely perfect. Don't often actually take a chair to camp, but it's going to be a big difference tonight. It'll be really nice. So I'm actually going to get a wee fire pit, or I'm actually going to use the Uco fire pit bowl, and actually just have it raised up off the ground, etc. as well. So just again, that absolute completely and utterly leave no trace. Was contemplating actually digging out a hole and actually having it in there, but again, there's too many trees around. I'm just a little bit nervous. So I'm just going to use the Uco fire pit again. But I've got a couple of projects that I've got planned. So what we'll do just now is we'll head off down into the actual woods itself and see if we can get some resources. Okay, let's get that back up the camper. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I think this is going to split, unfortunately. So I'm just going to do it really slowly, so I'll catch up with you in a wee bit. So I've ended up having to improvise a wee bit. So what I've done is I've drilled a hole in the top there, and then the same size Scotch auger, much smaller, and then just made a little peg. So let's see if I can make my wee table. Perfect. So I've got one more project I want to do before I actually get some food on. So I'm actually wanting to make a pot hanger. So it's quite a simplistic actually idea. I've done them before, but it has been a while. So it is basically like that, and then you just make your notches, and then you can adjust the actual height. More for my coffee tomorrow morning. So I'm going to have a wee play with this just now. I've got the Scotch auger there, so I'm just going to get some holes drilled and get everything lined up, and then it's basically just using branches for twigs, and we'll get it done. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm needing to do is actually just cut ridges in there just for the actual wedge itself. go. And then all you do is just lift that down just to change the angles. So one other thing I was wanting to do just before I got food on was to set up an actual trail camera. I've not had much luck with this over the last few while, so fingers crossed. But I have had some amazing footage in this particular woodland, but it's just over the last few while I've not managed. I've actually got footage of badgers, of foxes, and deer. But as I said, they've eluded me over the last few while. So let's see if we can get anything this time. Okay, so we'll come back in the morning if I remember, and we'll see if we've got any footage. But there is a bit of a sort of clear path for the actual deer coming down here. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's get some food on. So I've actually got a bit of new gear to test out tonight as well, so really looking forward to it. It's going to be absolutely perfect. So Sunblesa have sent me through their Bivvy Lite to try out, and I've had it in the van so far and I'm well impressed. But things like this, sort of a hammock camping in the forest, etc., I think it's just going to be amazing. So really looking forward to actually putting that on later. And it looks as if it might be a clear night, so really excited. But I'm just going to let this sort of cook up, and then I'll get back with you. It's so nice just getting something warm inside. I'm losing a lot of light, as you can probably see. So I'm just going to finish this, have a beer, and then I'll catch up with you. Okay, so one of the things I was wanting to do was, as I said earlier on, I've actually been sent a light by Sunblesa, their Bivvy light, just to actually try out. So I'm going to put it on just now. So I'm going to turn this head torch off and actually just put the actual light on and sort of see. This is sort of ideal position, an ideal sort of camp that I would actually be using it on if for future reference. So I'll be interested to see just how much of a difference it actually makes to it. So I'm just going to turn this off just now. Wow. That is really impressive. That is really impressive. That has just lit everything else up. So again, apologies, that'll just be blinding you at the moment. So I'll just go up, play around with that a little bit, because you can sort of do different colours, etc. as well. And then I'll get back to you. And that's it actually inside the shelter itself. So that is a bit of a game changer. That is just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Well impressed. Well, that's been an amazing evening, really relaxing. Thoroughly enjoyed that. A few beers, campfire, and a bit of dinner. Can't ask for more. So I'm just going to head to bed just now. It's actually, I think it's only like 9, half 9, something like that. But I'm just going to get into the actual hammock just now, get the sleeping bag ready. But as I said, just such a nice night. So tonight's might be getting down to, I think it's -4. So it's not going to be too bad. So as I said, barring any incident, I shall see you all in the morning. Apart from my feet sticking out the end, perfectly comfy. And as I said, I've just got the Bivvy light on, but facing away from me. Good night. Silence. Just love it. Well, what can I say? That was an amazing sleep. Really, really good. Slept, I'd say, for a solid sort of 8.5 hours. So feeling really, really refreshed. Perfectly warm. A couple of times my shoulder felt a little bit cold, but it was more just because I'd taken my arm out of the actual sleeping bag itself. But really, really good night. Lots and lots of deer activity though. So we'll head down just now, just before I put breakfast on, we'll head down and actually check out the trail camera, because I have remembered it. But it was more just to actually see if there's any footage. It was quite noisy, and a couple of owls as well. But I said I'm in their playground, so I can only expect that. But it's just so peaceful. I've just been out playing with the drone, so hopefully there's some drone footage either before or after. But just majestic, absolutely stunning area. But that's the jets coming in. So I've got Loch Ness behind the camera, and quite a lot of the times the actual jets, etc., just go flying up and down there. So yesterday was quite noisy, so it was a wee bit sporadic again with the actual shooting the video, so I do apologise. But I said, let's go down, check out the trail camera. Fingers crossed we might have some footage, and then we'll get some breakfast on. Yeah, we've got some deer footage. See just there, might not be able to see it. As I said, we'll take it back to camp and we'll get it reviewed. Looks like some really good stuff. I did sort of hear them very close, so that's brilliant. Well, I'm not gonna lie, looking forward to this. Really hungry. And what an absolutely gorgeous morning it's been. So relaxing. That is so good. They're slightly different sausages to the ones I normally have. These are Aberdeen Angus ones. And wow. Really nice. So I'm just going to finish this off. And then I just fancy a wee wander around the forest. Just a bit of exploring, because it is just stunning. The snow obviously makes it look 10 times better. But I said I'm just going to have a wee chill out and a wee wander. So, see you in a wee bit. Well, that's been an absolutely amazing camp. Really enjoyed that one. Very relaxing, sort of chilled out day today. Not much to do, so lots of time spent in the hammock. Just enjoying myself. So it's more a case of I'm just going to take camp down now. There's a massive dump of snow just sort of be coming in the next sort of half hour, so I'm going to try and get everything sort of taken down so I don't end up covered in snow again. But thoroughly enjoyable trip. Really loved that one. So hopefully you have as well. And as I said, if you have and you enjoy this sort of thing, content, etc., you know, just put a wee comment below, just sort of things that you like about these sort of things, about the camping trips. And again, give the channel a wee subscription. But as I said, it's been much appreciated for watching. So thanks very much again, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye-bye.